Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Cold Fire. Hello, YouTube. I'm doing a love reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Vedic. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would like me to connect with your specific situations. Ask for signs and synchronicities, and they might come through. Take what resonates and leave what does not. One more shuffle. We have the Two of Wands, Ace of Swords. Something is moving forward, definitely. Something that you thought about the situation, this relationship, this romantic situation. Okay, I'm channeling romantic love connections. It's moving ahead. Like you're getting clear messages. Is communications coming through. Ace of Swords. You're going to get a message. Or communication is going to open up in about possibly a few minutes or so. But taking this relationship ahead, letting go of the past and taking it into the future, starting new. There's a proposal on the way. Somebody possibly wants to apologize for their past mistakes. They were thinking from a very they were thinking from a space of possibly material world things when it came to this relationship, and now they've understood that it is more of a spiritual journey with this Knight of Pentacles showing up here. They are your you have a true person here, a true person, true companion. They've just right now opened up to the fact that you are.
It's 6:00.
You are their true person as well. They realize this. They realize that the soul frequencies resonate. The soul is a frequency of love, and the love is the frequency of perfect communication. And you get that one person, the true person that it resonates with, right? So um, it takes a while. It takes a while to get over the programming, and this person. You can switch places as well. It's probably you, Gemini. It's us, Gemini, that we have come to realize, and we have learned to possibly from a teacher or a spirit guide, Archangel Michael. We've got some guidance on him that we can leave the materialistic aspects behind when we are thinking about this relationship and this connection. We have safely crossed over to the spiritual aspects of our life, crossed over, moved on from karmic timelines, templates, because Earth has awakened and ascended and graduated out of karma school, and now is on the path of is on the timelines of spirituality, that is dharma, right? So the first dharma is love for the divine, love for humanity, love for the cosmos. Oh, let me all right, I think it's fine. Moving forward into the unknown. We've never ever known in the physical plane to live without uh, a karmic aspect. This is the first time ever in the entirety of existence. This is a brand new phase, and it suddenly dawned upon us. So it's like an unknown that we are entering into, taking it slow and steady. This relationship was on this your soul's path. This was destined. This was like predestined. Uh, Messages, communication coming in. So if you have this person blocked, or if you think that the communication is blocked, please like look into it. Look into it. Like connect with them on the astral plane intuitively. Uh, Avoid telepathy for a moment right now, because the telepathy is mental aspects, and mental aspects can be manipulated a little bit. So just hold the intention of connecting your soul to this person that's showing up here. I think that answered your question, Preet, of what I just said. If you want to go back and read, the overarching theme is that yes, you have found this person. So I'm going to draw some cards for past, present, and future. 717 on the clock. Amazing. Let's get started with the past, present, and future. A world card showing up in the past. Ending of a chapter and beginning of a new chapter. The real chapter, the earlier chapter was possibly a lot of mind games, and that you were already thrown into in the midst of, because of the kind of life situation you were in, and your past relationships might have been mainly about like labels, etc. But this is like a true love connection, a true love connection that's showing up here. um Somebody's going away, somebody's walking away. The past person, the ex, is walking away. It's like the ending was inevitable. Gemini, your past person, or your exes, and or your person's exes have completely exited the scene. They know that there is some, after the exit, like a new perspective is coming through. You're getting to see where your souls have been, uh, in this lifetime possibly, and also previously in previous lifetime, whatever you connect with, if you're into that. Some kind of higher wisdom is dawning in, the perspective on, possibly the perspective on why these people had to leave. Why did your exes have to why did you have to let go of your exes? That you're seeing the perspective, that kind of a perspective after a complete closure. uh, uh, we are able to see that, as well as our persons, they are able to see this, that why did they have to leave. And it didn't doesn't matter how they left. uh, the the why is being answered. Queen of Wands showing up here in the present. Something is going to come out into the open regarding someone. uh, the Hierophant. Oh, I keep getting this like energy of a marriage blowing up because of some kind of manipulative energy surrounding Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Vedic. past belief systems is just like blowing up. Like so let's say this was somebody like a matchmaker, or that brought people together in traditional marriages, like contract marriages, arranged marriages, looking through the birth charts, etc., practitioner. And now that that entire chapter in our lives has ended, it's like this is blowing apart. This is completely blowing apart. That structure of karmic marriages, or a contract type marriage, arranged marriages, that's blowing up. And I don't know. Earlier in the day, as soon as I woke up, I was laughing about this. Maybe I'm channeling a lot of divorce energy during Gemini readings, is because Johnny Depp went through a very public divorce trial, and Johnny Depp is a Gemini, so I'm possibly channeling a very famous Gemini's energy here in my readings, about how toxic it can get, how the ending can get toxic. And finally, when it exits, you kind of get a perspective on why. Like, I was laughing about this, uh, and saying that, not laughing, like, I was because I was thinking about Jack Sparrow. Like, we all got Jack Sparrowed. Like, that kind of wisdom is coming through. Why did that divorce have to happen? Why did that marriage have to break up? Why did that relationship have to break up? And why did they have to completely leave my life? Because like, we literally got Jack Sparrowed, right? uh, his character Jack Sparrow doesn't get married or doesn't have like like a companion yet, but Barbosa, his co-creator of the pirates journey, the all the pirates journey, like, his pirates journey, his hero's journey, Jack Sparrow's hero's journey. Barbosa gets Elizabeth Swan, and William Turner married right in the middle of that entire at World's End battle, and all the pirate ships are there. Like, so that is the kind of wisdom that's coming through. Like, if it isn't that eternal love, that even if you're getting to meet for one day in 10 years, and that is more than sufficient. uh, if it isn't that love, then it isn't worth, this belief system isn't worth it. This belief system, upholding this belief system, isn't worth it. The institution of marriage, if it isn't that William Turner and Elizabeth Swan type of situation, where they can meet once in 10 years, and that is more than enough. So marriages for pleasing the family, pleasing society, for social appearances, um, uh, all of that is getting blown apart. So if you all have never been a part of it, but yet you all must have, if your journey forward together as a couple, you walking down the aisle wasn't very clear to you earlier, and now if it is becoming more clear, because this has been blown apart from the cosmic construct, or from the world anyways. Like, so let's get, what's the future? Three of Swords, letting go, a third party situation. Like, if third party situations, um you and your person are, or like, letting go of your player mentality, or not player necessarily, but like, your need to be walking away, like, from your need to be single, be on the scene of the dating scene, and creating this third energy, this heartbreak, a suspicion, like, are you with her, with somebody else, or are they with somebody else, like creating this Gemini, that you're walking away from all of that. Maybe you're walking away from someone who is insisting on being single for some time, and uh, being on dating sites, possibly uh, continuing dating, being on dating sites, not letting go of that. So you're walking away from anybody or anything that is creating these third energies. Maybe it's just a friend. Maybe is those player friends, like, who are in relationships or in these kind of traditional marriages, and that situation is blown up, and you're connecting with and they are like on dating sites, or they are courting you. Any of the players, if they're courting you, you're walking away from that situation, Gemini. Or like your person is you and your person, like, kind of walking away from that situation, and successfully into a more solid uh, kind of energy for this relationship to sustain itself, like, where there's a lot of reflection, there's a lot of mirroring. There is only the two of you and not a third situation, and anybody who's around you in a different energy, you all are basically walking away from that, Gemini. We are walking away from it, and so is our partner, juggling two situations. Somebody's It looks like somebody's juggling you and another person, or you and work, you and their past situation, till it all ends for good. But Ace of Cups showing up twice at the bottom of the deck. Oh, I forgot to light a candle. That's why I'm possibly picking up like mixed messages. It's like mixed messages, like, somebody fumbling on their about their words. It's like somebody's not a player. It's just that they were projecting that they were projecting that because maybe they were part of, like, their world was built like that, like, see, that's the first card and this is the last card. Their life situation somehow made them feel that they need to display themselves as a player, and now they're juggling two aspects of their self, like a false self and the real self. The real self is what is going to shine through here with the Hermit card, and possibly these player like tendencies are going to be unsustainable. That entire theme of things is going to be unsustainable, because we have Eight of Cups coming over here. That is more towards sustainability, peace, and calm, and more panache. That's what I'm getting, like, actually classy behavior rather than player, flirty, frivolous, just going through life being reckless about romantic situations, or your partner, actual partner. Let's get some clarifications. Two of let's start with clarifying the Two of Pentacles first. We have the Star. So this person who might have been juggling you and another situation, you and another person, you and the new situation with you. Hold on a second. Let me switch on the lights. might have been juggling you and family, juggling you and work. They're picking the situation with you. They're picking the situation with you right now with the star card here. They're realizing that there no the other situations I don't know don't like you have the situation with you has the star quality, like that ultimate um quality, and that the situation with you, the romantic situation with you, has that star quality that brings about this determination, charisma, confidence, a passion towards living life to the fullest, kind of a feeling. And all other feelings kind of fail. The kind of situations kind of fail and blow apart, no matter who's saying what very confidently, like, let's clarify the world card and the six of swords. We have the moon card right now as we speak. All these past situations based on very materialistic aspects, like approval of family, society, social appearances, and how it looks good on social media. That entire chapter of your romantic life, our romantic life, has exited along with the people that were a part of uh, our lives have exited. They've exited. That energy exited. You're going to feel the exit very nicely. It's coming out of the shadows. Maybe earlier it was a little mysterious, like, I feel that they've gone. I feel that they've left completely my life, such my world, and now it's going to come out. It's because it's time. It's really time. This fortnight, like 14 days. The last 14 days, let's say, the last 14 days has been a confirmation that ex, possibly a toxic ex or a very sticky ex, has left you. They were holding you back. They were seriously holding you back. The reason, and they were the ones who were holding you back beyond the requirement, beyond requirement. Like, if somebody's holding anything is holding you back, there is something that you need to sit down and ponder upon, think about it. Your movement is restricted. Your life comes to a standstill because you need to be still. You need to be still and think about what's happening in your world, in your situation. And because these things happen when you're shifting, when something is coming full circle and you are shifting. So you're asked to sit down through one lunar cycle, at least from a full moon to a new moon, or a new moon to a full moon, and think about it, get some wisdom on it. And that was the reason why this person was supposed to be in your life, this ex. But they overstayed that span of time, and then you were stuck in a limbo. And now you might have realized in the last 14 days, or 21 days, in the last 3 weeks, that it's like they have left. They just left like overnight, and they've passed into the shadows of the unknown, uh, where you were before, searching for answers, and you're done with that, and they've passed through the shadows and into the unknown, basically. And that's when, now, then you might have started seeing things shifting, things moving forward towards you, this true person's energy coming through to you. Maybe somebody messaged you on social media. Maybe somebody called you and said, hey, would you want to catch up? This could also be somebody from the past, and this could be somebody that you did not get a chance to interact with for some time, till you were dealing with this ex situation. And they were also juggling their own life situations, possibly an ex, a marriage, or somebody who had control over who they speak to and who they don't interact with, as family members. or society or work or something like that. Like they were juggling you with another situation in their life, and now you must have seen, like, that their energy shining through into, because they are also done, and they see that the situation or this romantic relationship with you is something that gets them feeling very charged up in the way that they is most suitable to them. There is some passion project, creative idea, like, something beyond you, understanding something beyond human understanding, the limited understanding that we draw for ourselves, the limits that we draw around our understanding, the capability, the w- the size, we shrink the size of our world according to our the expectations by other people in our life or other life situations. This the romantic situation with you, Gemini, has kind of liberated them from it, but with a sort of like star quality, like they're rising out of it. They're rising out of it. So let's clarify the Queen of Wands in the Tower. Yeah, it's like something like somebody who was being very sneaky. Like they could be like a bunch of people, like rats. Like they've come out, like, they've been exposed. Whoever was coming in between you and this person, or somebody who was very controlling, a very malicious intent, somebody who wanted who was making you or your person feel, Gemini, like you all had to bottle your emotions down, and basically that person has been identified. That person has been identified, and like the rats, something happened, like the heat of the situation, the pressure on them, there was too much pressure, and there's a lot of things like being blown out, blown up, situation being blown up, and uh, this person that you might have that we might have listened to, or our person might have listened to, Gemini, they they came off as like some kind of spiritualist, or like a practitioner, somebody who knows astrology really well, who understands, like, match a match is made in heaven. They displayed that confidence, but it was very superficial. The knowledge was near to none. They were possibly lying about it. They were just hearing something from here and there, or they were just manipulating the situation one way or the other. And those rats have come up to the surface, and previous situations that this person manipulated you into getting into, possibly got you into a marriage, a traditional marriage, which is completely unsuitable to you. And their foul play has come out into the open, and they're like sitting, they've been they've been identified as this rat sitting on top of your blessings, like, these crucial means. They possibly blocked communication between you and your person. I don't know if it's on their side or your side. It could be both the sides. Like, y'all have rats in the midst who possibly blocked you from speaking to each other. Probably there was a whole bunch of people like living in a building together, or just like sleeper cell of just like vicious people, like birds of the same feather flock together, rather like rats of the same fur, like clamor together. And they were here, like, they were working together. There was something here. Everybody was involved. A lot of people were involved. A lot, because some people were manipulated into doing this to you and your person, Gemini, or it was just like the scheme of things in the world, right? We sometimes do give credit to other people above our knowing, our emotional guidance system. When it comes to romantic relationship, we have to be guided by our own emotions, and this person was controlling, emotionally controlling the situation between us and our person, Gemini. This one major person, possibly the last person, the stickiest person, the rodent, the big fat rat has come out, has been smoked out, has been blasted out. Them and their helper, whoever was helping them. Let's get clarification on the tower and the hierophant. Yes, so this juggling, they were juggling something um that was traditional, and it was quite the opposite to what they feel with us, Gemini. It's showing up more on their person's side. It's not showing up on the Gemini side. They were the one who were juggling, and now they realize that the that entire thing just blew up, and the culprit has been exposed. The one who possibly spoke to their family and manipulated the family into getting them married to someone else, or speaking to someone else. It's like getting them into this contract marriage. It was literally meaningless. Like, that not meaningless on either one of the party. That entire situation, that entire marriage, whatever concept it was based on, the way it came together, all of it was just like pointless. That's why it blows up like this. There was no social appearance. There was no, like, the family wasn't happy with it, was unhappy with it uh, as well. And the couples, the connection was nothing. It was just like somebody just like holding on to it because they were told to hold on to it. And turns out that neither one of the individuals in the couple were this rat. It was somebody else who was projecting that, no, he wants it, she wants it, like, and in the meanwhile, both of them were told to like bottle their emotions by this person's very manipulative person, this Queen of Wands person. And they had helpers as well, and the family also feels very manipulated, and this like this the truth coming out on this person being exposed as the one who was controlling this entire thing. That has also caused like a very it's like they keep going back and forth. The family keeps going back and forth, like, what happened, how did we get here, like, how did we get to this point, how did we get to this point, can we move forward from this, how to move forward from this. That is what is possibly creating this third energy, this Three of Swords energy. Like, and there is heartache there, the entire unit who was manipulated by this manipulative person, and their assistant here. um they're still possibly having to deal with that. The entire people who were affected by this, set of people who were affected by this, it could possibly be you, or uh you, you, Gemini, or your person, or both of you, like, who was affected by this, and all everybody's moving towards healing the situation, and y'all are doing it in a very, very, very healthy way. The Eight of Cups is a very healthy way of moving on, uh, from this past situation. Eight of Wands, clarifying the Three of Swords and the Eight of Cups. A message coming in. We have Eight of Wands here as well. Once this healing begins, you all are going to move to a space, actual physical, mental, as well as spiritual space, where communication is going to be very healing. uh, since you'll have left the past behind, you're going to be speaking about the future where there is healing. The hope is in the future is what I am sensing, like in the entire future. And when it comes to the immediate future, your conversations with your person, our person, our romantic person, partner, is like maybe earlier, like up until this point, up until this present moment, the conversations were, I, I mean, there was some sort of inability to speak somehow. Before this point, there was some sort of inability to speak, right? And because there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of third energy, there was a lot of manipulation, there was a lot of holding down of emotions by a third party. Neither you nor the ex nor the family, right? There was an absolutely third person who was controlling all of this situation and keeping all of your uh, bottled down, all of y'all's emotions shut down. That's why there was like an inability to speak, right? And control also is mental control. Like, so when you control somebody's emotions, their mind loses the ability to process things and come up with words, right? And the intuition, the navigating intuition, the feelings of love, intuitive feelings of how to navigate this relationship, love relationship. For us, Gemini, the family, the friend circle, whoever's not this third energy, for all of us, it gets very difficult to think about this romantic relationship that is between us and our person. It gets very, very difficult for them to think straight, and the inability to speak about it or give you any kind of clarity or on the situation. So there was like there's this cloud of inability of speaking that was coming from this, that was put in place by this person, right? Now that is healing, that is clearing apart. And this eight of wands is like this, that entire inability to speak became one big dark cloud, and now that is just throwing this, that entire information, the light code, in the form of this lightning. And everybody's going to, all of these people like are getting activated, right? All of these people, family, friends, business people, etc., etc., all of them are getting activated to speak to you and your person, uh, so that you all can begin this healing, right? The healing, the hope is being sensed on your person's side. If you all are feeling, you all are still waiting for that hope to come in form of some kind of verbal communication or message from your person or anybody else, Gemini, if we are still waiting, that it's coming through, it's coming through, it's going to come through, and it is going to move this romantic relationship forward in a very, 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 very it's like if your earlier relationships were or 8, this is going to be 11. This is the level, like, if your earlier relationships were on a level 8, this is going to be a level 11. It's going to surpass at the level, like, the basic level, because the world card here, the 10th levels are already crossed, and you're starting off on another level altogether, another platform. That is what the 8 of Cups speaks about. Let's clarify the 8 of Cups and this Knight of Wands, because it kind of threw me off. Like, what is this player energy coming through? This ex wants to come back and fight with us, Gemini. Somehow they want in on our life. Like, it's up to you. It's up to you if you want to accept that or not. But this ex, or whoever you're thinking about with this Knight of Wands, is not your real person. which is the Knight of Pentacles. um, so if you're juggling two people, you'll need to know like who is the more suitable for you, or and who is the one who's just like banking on nostalgia, memories, and things like that. And you'll will feel it. You'll will feel it. You'll will know that you'll have moved away from that place. You'll have moved away from that level. You're on level 11, and this was possibly level 6, not even 8, right? So let's get one clarification for the Ace of Cups. World card. We started off the reading with the world card, and we're ending it on the world card. Something definitely is coming to an end. Uh, the past chapter is coming to an end, like a full and final end, and y'all are feeling it. Y'all are feeling a new beginning. You're definitely feeling new beginning. Maybe it's also coming full circle. You're seeing the wholesomeness in this romantic relationship now. You're feeling the wholesomeness. It's a very cosmic kind of a connection, a very beautiful connection. It centers your energy, and it brings all the aspects of your life together in one. There's a difference between this world card and this world card. So you're closing out the past chapter and bringing in and starting on a much higher level, which you possibly didn't see. Like, you thought that level 10 was it, right? Level 10 was it, but that's come full circle. And what's the sign that you've come full circle? You're done with like relationships that were on a level 8, and you want to cross over to you have your energy is already, your love situation energy surrounding your romantic love situation has already ascended and moved higher up to level 11. That is the next stage, next chapter of true and unconditional love, which has got nothing to do with labels, approvals from astrologers, approval from family. Like, all of that will come. If you're playing at your level, you've graduated from very materialistic relationships, very okay, our mindsets are perfect, like, mentally approval, like, getting approval from your mind and society, to actually feeling the spirit of love and unconditional love shared with somebody else in a romantic relationship. You move to that level, you understand, like, these players coming back from the past are just like, it feels like an attack, like, attack, like, they're coming back in, and you're completely closed off. You're closed off to that. You've closed off that chapter. You're done with it. You're closed off. It's come full circle. And the new beginning that's coming in, that the real love that's coming in, look at that new beginning, the real love that's coming in. The Fool card is the first in the major arcana, and the World card is the last card in the major arcana. So what's coming up in the new chapter is this brand new world. The internal world will reflect outwards, and this connection, this romantic connection, this new connection that's coming in, is their soul and your soul are exactly here at the same core, at the same center of this internal world. Look at this. These flowers are facing inwards, and then that is protected by this, the mental world, and then it's expanding out into the physical world. This is your spirit, and this is your mind. Your mind is creating the external world, physical world, according to your soul's journey, according to your soul. So this offer that's coming in is going to feel like it's made from your own soul's frequency, peace, and there's going to be a lot of peace in this. And this type of situation gains approval from, you wouldn't even feel like you need approval from your family or society or any kind of belief system, maybe it's religion or anything. When these kind of souls come together, it's like everything else just moves itself to fit this relationship. You might have known this person earlier, but there were things that were happening in the world that needed to be shifted, and people needed to be found out to be the uh, controlling the situation, etc. And once that is closed, that chapter is closed, then finally, there'll be recognition for your pair, your romantic relationship. So let me get some. Let's get four cards from the universe, from the Edmund Dulac deck. And see what we have, what's happening on the cosmic level for us, Gemini, for this relationship, this romantic relationship for us, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Vedic. Ten of Cups. This is marriage. If anybody was asking, yes, this match is made in heaven, not the one that this Queen of Wands person was saying was the match and made in heaven for you. All right, this Queen of Wands could be anybody. Like you knew at that time that that was not it. It was going to limit you, and you're going to have to bottle up your emotions and feelings. So you'll have finally reached each other's. You'll have finally reached each other's. You'll have finally reached each other. Your energies have reached each other after probably swimming across, oceans, like a long distance. It feels like you'll have come a long way, long way to meet each other. Finally meet each other again. It feels like this has you'll have met this person before. It took a lot of strength, developing yourself, your own strengths. There possibly is some more time that you will have to do things on your own before you all can actually get married. And that, I think you're okay. We are okay with that, Gemini. Yeah, because you'll have to kind of you'll have to investigate something very sinister that happened to one of your family members, or there is some investigation. There's a murder investigation of somebody. There there is a suspicion that somebody was killed. It doesn't have to be someone in your family, but somebody in the world. There's some murder investigation that needs to be conducted in the world. Until then, it's suggested that you all show up in your individual light and not as a couple, especially if marriage has been blown apart, and that had got something to do with murder in the a death in the family, and things, death in the family or community, or death in the world. Like this certain type of deaths that are made to look like they were of natural causes or something like that, but actually they were murder. If that kind of investigation is underway, it's better that you'll stand in your individual powers and show your display your individual opinions before you'll come together. You're not always together. Separation is an illusion. Souls get married. They're soul to soul connection. This is showing up as like a very very high level spiritual connection. Your souls are already married. Like there, that's the match made in heaven. It's already done. In the astral plane you're all together, but in the physical plane there's some more time that you will have, and you have two tens here, so it's like the last thing. It's done. Just a little bit of strength, just a little bit of patience, just a little bit of patience. Very little. We have the world card showing up here three times, by the way. So it is ending. It is literally ending. The situation that is keeping you that is keeping you from tying the knot with each other, it's ending, and you'll need to show some faith in this love. If somebody has rejected someone, if somebody is unwilling to listen to someone, your person is coming through, and I feel a person is trying to reach out, as has reached out in the past. Y'all were together in the past, but right now it's like one of y'all don't want to hear the other one, Gemini. Like, it's because of this energy where this this thing, something sinister, sinister needs to be investigated and figured out. Like the entire investigation needs to shut down. That's what the universe is saying. Some more time, some more time. Let's get a fairy oracle cards. It might look like somebody is not sad that y'all are not talking to each other as a couple, but they are sad. Believe me, both of y'all are sad, and it's going to end soon. It's like we have triple confirmation here. We have the confirmation of a physical world ending. We have a conversation of a the mental world is telling us that, yes, that past chapter is done. And the cosmic world, the spiritual world, is also telling us, like, the past chapter is done. It's just matter of time. It's like, give it 5 minutes. That's what the universe is saying. Like, give it 5 minutes. You can make time is relative. Like, if you're thinking that, oh, that person doesn't care about me, care about the fact that, we're not together, that's going to stretch 5 minutes, and make 5 minutes feel like 50 million light years. Okay, so, or like, if you accept the fact that even they're sad, as sad as being not together with you, then 5 minutes could like just be done in 5 seconds. Yeah, there is some kind of, look, we have the mice here, the crossroads. There's something that this Queen of Wands person did with something poisonous, very very poisonous. It could have to do with something to do with food, something to do with the streets. Okay, so there are clues being placed. There are clues being placed that where you all might have parted ways in the past. All right, you all might have been walking together and parted ways in the past. And when you all left each other's when you all went your own ways, you all might have realized that you were losing things more than usual. Or like, let's say, it's like you didn't know where like small money was going. Why were your expenses heightened? Why are your things missing? Why is the food getting really stale? This weird energy had uh that had anchored in at your separation, because that pain is so hard when you separate from your beloved, that it got this miserable energy the chance to anchor in, not that deep, just like very, just a little bit, right? And you all felt like, your resources were depleting faster, and you had to climb this mountain alone. And for all this time, you're almost there, and you're regaining all of your strength. and you kind of have this cosmic support. So that's all I have for you, Gemini. Please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for being here. And I'll see you in the next reading.